Picture this. You're in the 4th century BCE, standing on the dusty highlands of what is now Eritrea and northern Ethiopia. The kingdom of DMT, once a powerful civilization, is now vanishing faster than a plate of injera at a family gathering. One moment, they were trading iron, building massive stone structures, and flexing their influence across the Red Sea. The next, poof, gone, collapsed. What happened? Was it an invasion, internal chaos, a bad case of ancient politicians making terrible decisions? Because let's be honest, that's a tradition as old as time. And more importantly, where did all the people go? Buckle up, because today we're diving into the fall of the DMT kingdom, the refugee movement that helped birth the mighty Aksumite Empire, and all the betrayals, struggles, and dramatic plot twists in between. Oh, and there will be goats. Long before Aksum flexed its power, DMT was the big boss of the Horn of Africa. These guys were serious about trade, innovation, and looking important. Located in what is now Eritrea and northern Ethiopia, DMT was one of the earliest African kingdoms to use iron tools, which meant they weren't just farmers. They were warriors, builders, and metal workers who could make some sharp weapons, both for defense and for looking cool at royal parties. Their capital, Yeha, was a masterpiece. Imagine massive stone temples that would make even the Greeks do a double take. A complex society with scribes writing in South Arabian script and trade networks that connected them to the mighty kingdoms of Arabia. These people were rolling in wealth gold, frankincense, and myrrh, which back then was like owning a garage full of Ferraris. Everything was looking great, and then it wasn't. No one knows exactly what happened to DMT, but let's be real. Kingdoms don't just fall for one reason. It's usually a mix of one, bad leadership. Some king probably thought raising taxes for his pet project was a brilliant idea. Spoiler, it wasn't. 2, invasions. Neighboring tribes and rival factions smelled weakness and took their shot. 3, trade problems. If your entire economy depends on long-distance trade, and suddenly your trade partners decide to ghost you, things go south real fast. 4, environmental disasters, climate shifts, droughts, or locusts ruining everything like uninvited cousins at a feast. By around the 4th century BCE, the kingdom of DMT disintegrated. The grand city of Yeha, once a bustling center of power, started to look less like a capital and more like an ancient ghost town. What remained was small successor states, local chiefs, and city-states trying to hold things together like a broken sandal. And this is where the real drama begins. Now imagine you're an average citizen of DMT. One day, you're living your best life, trading, farming, and maybe writing some ancient poetry. The next, your leaders are gone, warlords are fighting in the streets, and you're looking at your bags like, well, time to move. This wasn't just a couple of people packing up their stuff. This was a full-on migration. Thousands fled southward into the Ethiopian highlands, bringing with them their culture, language, and most importantly, their survival instincts. Where did they go? To the rising city-state of Aksum. And Aksum, oh, they were more than ready to take in these refugees. At first, Aksum was just a small regional power, a kingdom trying to make a name for itself. But with the influx of skilled migrants from dimp merchants, builders, metal workers, and warriors, they leveled up fast. Think of Aksum as the startup that got a massive boost from a sudden talent migration. The refugees brought agricultural techniques that helped expand farming. They introduced advanced ironworking skills that gave Aksumite warriors an edge. They carried trade knowledge that helped Aksum dominate Red Sea commerce. And most importantly, they had experience. These weren't just random farmers. They were people from a once great kingdom who knew how to build and run a civilization. Over the next few centuries, Aksum went from a small kingdom to a full-blown empire. By the time the Romans were out here conquering Gaul, Aksum was already being recognized as a major world power. Now here's the plot twist. What if DMT never really died? Some historians argue that instead of being destroyed, DMT simply evolved into Aksum. Instead of thinking about it as a fall and rise situation, imagine it as an upgrade, like when your old phone is too outdated and you get a new one with all your data transferred. Many elements of DMT's language, which influenced Ge'ez, the script of Aksum, its trade networks, and even its architectural styles, were absorbed into Aksum. It's like DMT was the foundation, and Aksum was the mansion built on top. So in a way, DMT never really disappeared. It just rebranded. If there's one lesson from this story, it's this. Refugees and migrants are often the key to a civilization's success. The people of DMT could have been scattered to the winds, but instead, they helped forge one of Africa's greatest empires. Aksum didn't just survive because it had good leaders, it thrived. Because it embraced new people, new skills, and new ideas. And maybe, just maybe, we should take a note from history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and let's keep uncovering more hidden gems of the past. What other ancient mysteries do you want me to cover? Drop your ideas in the comments. And remember, every great civilization was once just a group of people trying to figure things out, kind of like us. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and for the love of history, don't let your kingdom collapse. Before you go, here's the real question. If DMT's people played such a crucial role in shaping Aksum, why don't we talk about them more? Could it be that history, like always, was written by the victors? Or did Aksum's rise overshadow its predecessor so completely that we forgot where it all started? I'll leave you with this. The past isn't just about what's remembered, it's about what's forgotten. So what other lost stories are waiting to be uncovered?